So let's call this guy Fred.
Yeah.
Freddie, does he meet the standards?
Oh, so meets the standards.
Meets the standards.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian is known for having high-profile relationships. After her 6-year marriage to Kanye West and her short-lived romance with Pete Davidson, the reality star and mogul has decided to keep the deets about her latest relationship under wraps. However, she has been dropping hints on her hit Hulu series, The Kardashians, about a new prospect that she's interested in. But rumors say that Kim Kardashian's daughter North dislikes the new man. So what's the truth behind all these rumors? And who is the new Kardashian beau? Stick until the end of the video to find out. It seems like Kim Kardashian's daughters aren't really cozying up with their new beau, named Fred. Rumors say that the kids do not care a lot about this new guy and are still quite hung up with Pete Davidson. But first, who is this new guy anyway? The Skims founder shied away from confirming her mysterious man's name and other clues that could help viewers identify him, but she has shared bits and pieces about their time together. You're probably wondering who Kim could be dating now, and trust me, you're not alone. Here's everything we know about Kim Kardashian's mysterious man, Fred. Kim's friends set her up with Fred. Kim first dished about Fred in a promo trailer for the 3rd episode of The Kardashians. "My friends wanted me to meet someone," she told her close family and friends and sister's ex-boyfriend, Scott Disick. "Let's call this guy Fred," Scott said. "Does he meet the standards?" Kim replied. "Oh, so meets the standards, according to page 6. As the clip progressed, Kim was spotted smiling and texting during a confessional shoot. A producer asked if she was messaging Fred, and Kim said, "Yep." Fred and Kim had a date in a secret restaurant she previously went to with Pete. During episode 3, Kim dished to Scott about flying out to New York to meet Fred. "I don't want to just date one person, but I've never dated. What's so funny is my friends wanted me to meet someone, so we go to New York and we go to the," she said per page 6. "That's like my spot because there's a private room downstairs, but then on the internet it was like Kim reconnects with Pete at this place." According to the reality TV star, they met at a restaurant in a private room that she had previously been to with Pete. "It was a place I would go and have my secret dinners with Pete, and he's probably like, I know what she's up to," she said. Kim wants to sneak around with Fred because of her relationship with Pete. Since she's been in the public eye for so long, Kim decided that she wanted to use her time getting to know Fred without the pressure of being romantically linked in the public eye. You obviously learn from every situation, and the one thing I learned from my last situation was that the media made me feel like I was in a very serious relationship so quickly, Kim said in a confessional according to People. "I just want to sneak around a little bit. There's nothing wrong with wanting to sneak." After fearing that no one would want to date her following failed romances with Pete Davidson and Kanye West, turns out Kim K is still a catch for them boys out there. Kim Kardashian may be getting back into the dating life, with the reality star teasing a new man only known by his pseudonym Fred in the preview of one episode of the new Kardashians show. It was only foreshadowed in the preview. The new episode, entitled "Don't Want It, Don't Need It, I'm Done," features a preview of the 3rd episode where Kim teases her potentially new man. The preview begins with Kim, whose $600 gift basket to LA Mayor Karen Bass was sent back to her, having dinner with Scott Disick, where she tells him, "My friends wanted me to meet someone." Disick then kept up the air of mystery, adding, "Let's call this guy Fred. Does he meet the standards?" "Oh, so he meets the standards," Kim says, as she's seen confessing texting with someone who she confirms is Fred. A producer adds, 2 years my, likely a reference to Kim's comments on Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop podcast in late December, where she said, "I'm taking my time. I really do want to be single for a few years." Still, while nothing further was revealed about Fred in the preview, it remains to be seen how much more is revealed in the 3rd episode. The episode begins where season 3's premiere left off, with Kim Kardashian crying while talking to her mother Kris about the divorce from Kanye West. "I don't want to be part of this narrative, and it's like, when is this ever going to end? Like, it never will, and I'm stuck with it for the rest of my life," Kim says, adding she was so overwhelmed. Kris adds that she can't control somebody else, adding that Kanye is doing this to himself, but Kim says that this is affecting their 4 children too: North, Chicago, Saint, and Psalm. Of course it does. That's the tragic part of the whole story, Kris insists, while Kim says through tears and confession that she still feels the need to not talk about it and protect my kids from it, and I will always feel that way. But like, God, if people knew, I just would never do that to my kids. It's just really crazy. Kim tells Kris that if Kanye were to hit rock bottom, that's his journey that he needs to figure out on his own. "I used to run around and call everyone behind his back and be like, it's gonna be okay, don't worry, just give him another chance. I used to spend hours and hours and hours of my days as the cleanup crew," Kim says. Kris mentioned that that's why she divorced him, and Kim says she doesn't have all that energy anymore. And Kris added, "Nobody does, and you never deserve to live like that." Kim adds in confession, it's the hardest feeling to watch someone you really loved and have a family with just be so different than who you knew. Kris mentions that she's sure Kim and Kanye's 9-year-old daughter North is hearing something about her father, and maybe she won't say it. Kim clarifies she actually doesn't know, and that's what makes it so crazy. When stuff is said, it's a chain to my whole household. No TV, only Apple TV. I can't risk Access Hollywood coming up next or anything on the news coming up with their dad mentioned, and they want to watch. They still haven't seen anything, but I go into crises mode. Kim adds in confession, I'm the one being accused for so many things and blamed for so many things, and it's really hurtful and it sucks. But I can control how I react, and if I'm a mess, my kids will see that. Kris says the whole family loves her so much and would do anything for her, and Kim says, I just hate that I bring the drama. She adds in confession that she thinks one day her children will appreciate my silence, my understanding, and my grace. Kris gives Kim a hug in bed, and Kim jokes that it feels weird to cuddle with her like this. The episode cuts to Kim arriving to her office to work on the Dolce & Gabbana show that Kim will serve as creative director for. So the Dolce & Gabbana team said they're going to propose 60 looks from the archives that we pick, and then 20 new looks. So it's 80 looks total, and it's me inspired, Kim tells her team. She adds in confession that she is creative directing the spring 2023 fashion show in Milan, adding that she's coming up with the looks and accessories, adding that they will reproduce the entire archives, what I picked to resell again, and we can pick anything we want. Kim adds in confession that Domenico Dolce would be there, and she wants to really be prepared with her team, including Tracy Romulus and Skims creative director Kim Schraub. Kim tells Schraub that silver is her thing right now, and she picked things based on what she saw from the 1990s to 2010. Adding in confession that it's a big deal to her. I do Skims and I'm very confident in that, but I never thought I'd have an opportunity like this, and I love challenging myself, like when I did SNL. I stepped out of my comfort zone and I wanted to prove that I could do it and do it well, Kim said in confession. She tells her team that they will have less than a month after Domenico visits, as her team marvels at how D&G can get everything done so quickly. However, Northwest seemed to have liked Pete Davidson. Back then in 2022, when Kim was still dating Pete, after nearly 6 months of dating, Pete was just photographed hanging out with Kim's 8-year-old daughter, Northwest, whom she shares with her ex-husband Kanye West. The duo were also reportedly joined by Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, 9-year-old daughter Penelope Disick, while they took the car for a casual cruise around Scott's gated neighborhood in the same month. That specific moment marked the first time that Pete has been photographed with any of Kim and Kanye's kids, and it currently remains to be seen whether or not he's spent any time with North's younger siblings. So what do you think? Do Kim Kardashian's kids really hate this Fred guy, or they just hate the idea of their mother dating yet another man again? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's gonna be all for today, folks. If you want to keep yourself updated on the latest binge-worthy celebrity gossip, click that subscribe button and notification bell for more videos like this.